Well, hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Cathy and this is my hobby home. Here I do create by sewing, quilting, cross stitching, anything really that's creative. So today what we are doing is I am giving you an update for this past week. What all have I done? What am I planning to do next week or this week? So let's just get on into it. And as always, I have my calendar here that I've got marked off, things that I've got done, things that I need to do. And right here, I have my list of things that I want to do. And so we're just going to get into all the things and see what we have. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is we did a test of the block for, let me get it out of my box here, the pattern baskets, pumpkin charms. There were two patterns that were free. One is the pumpkin paper tone quilt that is a Riley Blake. It is on Fat Quarter Shop's website. The link is in the video back from Tuesday. And I had a subscriber tell me about one called Autumnal, N-A-L at the end of it. And that is a very nice pattern as well. But feel free, if you want to join me on the sew along on Saturday, you do not have to sew the same thing that I sew. Now, I do also have a Facebook group. I have that link down in the description. If you want to join me for the sew along, I have not yet created the post for photos for this sew along, but I will be doing that pretty soon. And if you join the sew along, you can put any posts under that comment. I'm trying to keep the group down to just the sew alongs and maybe some shares in there, but anything that's related to the sew along, make sure to put in that group or in that post. So that is my first thing that I am working on. And I believe Saturday what I did, I got my squares, or my little pumpkin squares. I got the little squares on the top left and bottom right. The next thing that I did was on Thursday night, Tammy and I, Tammy with the Siberian Wind, she and I were working on the Land That I Love quilt. The pattern is in the Celebrate with Quilts. I'll see if I can show you the pattern without divulging cutting. This is the pattern. We are doing this quilt as a sew along every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Time at the Siberian Wind is the channel that it is on. We will be doing it from last Thursday, November 7th, all the way to the end of July. So every Thursday between those dates, we will be having a sew along of this quilt. How far I got, I still have not cut and pressed them, but I got my little squares done here. So we will be working that again this Thursday. So if you're interested, I will have her channel tagged in the description of this video. So please feel free to come along and join us if you'd like to. Now, the next thing that I have been working on is my cotton cuts. You can see right here, I do have part of my Tree of Life completed. I do hope to complete that this next week. And I've also been working on my Christmas Gnome, which is behind this. And you can't see it. I just hung this up so I could see. You can see I got my H's there. So I do actually have some additional. I've created them in 6 row panels, and I have 2 other panels that have been put together, and I need to add it to that one there. So I'll have 3 6-row panels put together. So as far as, oh, and I have one more thing. I don't know if I showed you this. I did a cute little mug rug here. This is called the Christmas Pocket Mug Rug. You can see that there. You can put a little tea bag in there. That would be really cute for office gifts, for, you know, your co-workers, for a women's group, if you're in a women's group. It's just a fun little thing. I do have some other mug rug patterns that I have been looking at to show options, because these things, I did this in under less than 2 hours. And that's cutting all the pieces off. You got to think, these are all individual pieces here, individual piece. I've seen some that don't have like that intricate. But, y'all, I'm going to be bringing you guys along for more gifts that are quick, easy, and affordable, and you can use your scraps. Now, let's look at what we're doing next week. I will be doing my Smash the Stash again next weekend, or this weekend on Saturday. That's our little pumpkin quilt, so we will be doing that one again. Thursday night, I will be with Tammy again, working on the Land That I Love. I'm trying to see what all I have. I should have you guys a video on the Cotton Cuts quilt. I do need to do the outer border on that, and then I did order the extra borders, so I will be getting all of my borders done and then assembled onto the quilt. I may bring you guys along for part of it, all of it, I'm not real sure yet. Y'all will have to come back and see. Now this week, this is the 10th, not 10th, 10th. Today is the 10th. Y'all, it's Sunday night. I have had a weekend. I was sharing in a group earlier with Tammy and her live that we have just had a very interesting weekend. We are getting storms, I guess, off the Gulf maybe. Because I am in Louisiana. I'm in northern Louisiana. We've had some rainstorms come through. And guys, let me tell you, my dad apparently had a leak around his fireplace. My dad is retired. He's on a fixed income. This leak caused his ceiling in his living room to collapse. So, we are now trying, you know, my sister and I went over there, you know, after it happened. We tried to help get everything out, get the, you know, the ceiling stuff out so it's not just holding water in there. We're trying to get the insulation dried out so it can be reused again, because it is fiberglass, so it will dry out. And we're just trying to get that done. So now we've got to find a roofer to fix that part of his roof. And it's been interesting. Very, very interesting. So now what we're trying to do is try to help him get his roof done. Because he's older, you know. I don't want to call him elderly, but technically he is elderly. But, you know, as his child, we're trying to help him get his roof replaced. So, very exciting weekend. I didn't get to sew as much as I wanted to because we spent the better part of a full evening handling that yesterday, actually. So, I didn't get to do all the sewing and prepping I wanted to do. But, right now, we are today, when you see this, it will be Veterans Day. So I would like to thank each and every one of our families and veterans and families of veterans, because not only is that veteran sacrificing their time with their family, but that family is sacrificing their time with their loved one as well. It is now I know for the veteran to be deployed is very hard. It's hard on the family that stays here as well. As most of my viewers know, I do have a son that was military. He was sent to Romania, just southwest of the Ukraine border, and he had a brand new baby. He had a 3-month-old baby, and when he come back, I think he was only over there about 7 months, and because his time was just about up in the Army, so he was able to come back home early, and he is now on, he's non-active. He's in the reserves now. He did not re-enlist because he has a baby at home, and he really did not, he really doesn't even want her to know he did that, because it took him away from her for an extended period of time. But thank you to all of our veterans, our servicemen, servicewomen. I hope everyone has a very relaxing day tomorrow. If you're going to a veterans program tomorrow, I just really appreciate each and every one that supports our military and our veterans. And tomorrow, on Veterans Day, I do not have to work on that day, so I am going to try to wrap up my garden, my peppers and things like that. I'm going to go in and take those out, and I need to can up. I have had my cranberries in my fridge thawed out for a little while now, so I need to get those canned up. I'm making cranberry sauce, just your standard cranberry sauce, no additives, no orange, no nothing like that. But I am making the cranberry sauce. I do need to go in and make the pepper sauce, go in and get my produce put up so I do not lose it. If I have time, I do hope to be making some of the Merry Christmas jam, and I will be bringing you guys along for that. If you would like to see it, I will bring that along also. I do hope to be doing an embroidery project. Let me see if I have the pattern here. This is the project that I hope to be doing this week. And I'd also hope, I have some things ordered that should be in this week to do some more quick gifts. It's not sewing, it's not quilting, but it is a quick gift. My quick gift series is not going to be just quilting or sewing. It is going to be things that are quick and easy and very affordable. A lot of people have some of these things in their home. Some of the things a lot of people may not have, but if you have it, it's a good idea and, a way of thinking. And I'll explain that more when I go into those items that I do that may not be as available to some people. But this, I'm sitting here, I keep reading my calendar of things that I have upcoming. I do hope to have a finish on Friday. I hope to be binding one of my quilts. So I say I hope to. I really hope to. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I can get everything off my list that I have on my list. So we're just keeping our fingers crossed for that. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I do appreciate each and every one of you keeping me accountable to get things done. I have enjoyed sewing this evening, a good bit this evening. I've done a lot of sewing because our weather has been kind of iffy today. It's just been real humid and damp. I don't know if it rained because I just tried to not go out there in it. But I do hope to have this also completed this week. Once I get this completed, it will go to the long armor to long arm it, quilt it, and then I'll get it back and I'll go in and bind it. So probably not immediately. You guys know how my binding goes. It stays over on the countertop over here, and like my Silverstone, it still is not bound, and that's the one that I'm hoping to bind this week. So guys, thank you once again for joining me. I hope this has inspired you to throw something together, to create, to finish, to go drag that project out of the closet that you haven't finished, maybe get started back up on it, because right here it's almost the end of the year, and my goal is to have all of my quilts that I have the tops completed. I hope to have them quilted and bound by the end of the year. Now, I do set myself lofty goals that are probably not going to be met, but if I have that goal, I am going to shoot for it. Even if I don't meet it, I did succeed in getting a lot of things done. So guys, once again, thank you. Give me a thumbs up if you have not yet. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Goodbye.